And we are live at the Australia Awards. We have our favorite cameraman, Banat, now walking amongst the people there in the crowd. I apologize for us going live a few minutes late today. We have still been trying to work out our camera and our sound for today's live stream. So right now, Banat, we do appear to have a little bit of static in our sound. Luckily, nobody's watching. We have 0 viewers at the moment. Can you hear me, Banat? Yeah. Okay.
So that's probably because Jeff went in.
Yeah, there's a heavy static sound.
Can you mute him?
Jeff is on mute. The camera that is sleeping is on mute.
So, and what about Jason Clark?
If I mute him, I'm not going to get him back. Maybe you can go over to them and ask them to mute on their end. Because I did that yesterday.
So what should I be doing?
Just ask Jason if he can mute on his end.
Okay.
So
yeah, the camera is going.
Okay, yeah. So those of you joining us, we are still just working out some of the technical details of this live. I didn't want to hold the live any longer. So because it's live, you get to just come along with us as we work out these details. There we go. That is. We've lost. Yeah. The static. The static has gone away.
Come, aren't you? I can see you from your. It's gonna wait. It's gonna wait. Fine. Don't worry, you can. I think what we do.
Test. Larry, I'm just testing thumbs. Larry, can you hear me?
I can hear you through that microphone, yes. Or maybe through the PA.
That's the final test of our thumbs. Yep.
Is it okay then, Larry?
Yes, I think that was okay. We'll end up seeing how it goes.
Okay, cool.
So who's ever joining us right now, as we are getting ready for the parade of athletes that will be starting shortly, please make a comment. We are still working out some of the technical details here, but we wanted to bring you some of the live footage so you can see what's happening with all of the athletes and crews and family members that are gathering. We were officially going to start the broadcast in 1.5 minutes, but really we've already started. But Nat, maybe we can get a test of how your sound is by maybe going up and speaking to somebody that you recognize from out on course yesterday and seeing how they're feeling today. Hello, everybody. I am Larry Ryan, host of 515, the Ultra Podcast. We are attempting to bring you the awards of Australia now. We've been covering the presentation of the race for the past 3 days, and now we are going to go into the awards as well. You can hear in the background the hubbub that is occurring there as they are awaiting the walking in of the parade of athletes, and soon the people will be going into the presentation hall for their meal and all of the awards. Our plan today is to bring you the awards and to bring you the introductory comments and the things that will happen throughout the awards. So there will be a time where they sit down to eat and have their meal. At that time, we'll probably just roll back into some memory videos of past Australia races. This is the 10th anniversary of this race, so we do have a number of videos that show the previous year's highlights, and that will be happening again at the end of the presentation this evening. There will be the presentation of this year's highlights. So right now, let's see what's going on inside. So right now we are live with Bernat Oliveira. He's been our main cameraman out on course for the past 3 days. Yesterday he worked incredibly hard, running back and forth across the course with the athletes as they were moving around. Bernat, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. Okay. So we did start this live a little bit later than expected this evening or this morning for the people in Australia. We are still working out a few of the technical details with the cameras and the sound, but we do have this available now. And Bernat, we are back to having that staticky sound in our camera again. I'm not exactly sure where that's coming from. It seems to come and go. We'll just roll with it for now. Is there anybody over there, Bernat, that you can talk to for a moment, just so we can check out the sound and see how it's picking up different people?
Hold on. So Larry, is this one coming along?
Yes, I can hear you.
But you've got that background sound as well?
I do have the background sound, yes.
Okay, let's check that one out. I'll need to go inside the room then. Check it out, if that's okay.
Yes, sure. Go ahead. We'll just go along with you. If you're watching at home, if you are hearing a little bit of almost a staticky kind of a water kind of sound in the feed, let me know. Just put it in the comments. It will help us to troubleshoot some of this before all of the viewers join in. Okay, it's gone away, Bernat.
I don't get it because I just saw Jason actually sitting in front of the computer seconds afterwards. So nothing really happened.
Right. Hey, it's Tim Franklin.
This is Ben working hard.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking, mate.
Multitasking. You deserve that one, Bernat. You definitely deserve that one.
So look, the dream team is actually working hard to sort it out, the awards, all everything.
Okay. I can hear they're testing out their videos as well. We're getting a sneak peek at the awards, the special 10th anniversary awards. All right. But Nat, maybe we should just go back outside.
Yep. Going outside.
Yeah.
Now we are having a problem because my voice is coming in the room. No, it's fixed. Okay.
Okay. I just muted Jason because of his test was a little loud for us.
Okay.
At some point, we're going to have to go back to him and ask him to unmute so that we get the microphone sound.
You doing okay? You okay?
Yeah, no, I like you 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. How you doing, mate?
So people tuning in, this is a casual thing. This live is not going to be super produced. It is just basically going to be Banat walking around with his camera. Once the awards and the presentations begin, we'll be joining everybody in the hall for that. But this is not going to be super produced. This is going to be super casual. And we're just trying to bring you into the room with the people in case you have athletes and friends and family there within the crews. Within the organization, and you just want to see what's going on at this race. So that's our plan. I hope you weren't looking for anything too polished this evening. We are just basically trying to bring you into the room. If you are watching and you're watching because you want to see a certain athlete give their speech, when they do get up to give their speech, feel free to put your name in the comments and where you're watching from and how you're related to that person and why you're cheering them on. So right now, Banat's just walking around the reception area. The reception area is the area outside of the actual dining area where people are starting to go into. Banat, as you're walking in with these people, I think the sound that we were having earlier was because I did not have Jason muted. And later on, we will have to unmute him, but we have good sound from you now.
Okay.
While we're doing this and the people are walking in, there was a couple of things that I wanted to present to the people. Banat has been working very hard the last 3 days, and people have been tuning in. They've been commenting on his hard work. And one of the things that we know is that, and we played this video on day one, is that Banat is a previous racer from 2023. He didn't produce, he's been very quick to say this. Friends of his produced an excellent documentary video that runs about 13 and a half minutes, if I remember correctly. I took out a piece of that to show on day one, just as part of our memories videos. And we've been presenting some memories from different people. And I'm going to run that video again. I'm sorry, Banat, to do this to you. I'm going to run you telling everybody what means to you, because after this weekend, you've meant a lot to the people of So I'm going to run this one while you are walking around there for the people at home.
Han pasado 3 semanas desde Ultraman. ¿Cómo lo ves ahora?
Lo veo lejos y cerca a la vez. La verdad es que sí, la Ultraman la carrera fueron 3 días, pero todo lo demás, ahora mirando para atrás, fue mucho más que 3 días. Empezó con el simple hecho de pensar que esto que lo podría hacer o lo podríamos hacer. Una idea que fue plantada ahí por Gerard. Luego yo la pensé, no demasiado, me animé a apuntarme, me cogieron, estamos hablando de julio del año pasado, hace pues eso, 11 meses. Y en primer lugar, cuando me apuntaron, o sea, cuando me cogieron, nada, no lo pensé, me apunté. Y luego cuando fui a hacer el pago es cuando me entraron dudas de si realmente económicamente esto merecería la pena. Y hubo quien quizá pensó que no, pero fueron también de nuevo mis amigos los que dijeron que sí, que esto era un once in a lifetime experience y que no me preocupara por el dinero y que era toda una experiencia y una aventura para vivirla juntos. Y así fue, empezamos a entrenar, entrené yo de nuevo con mis amigos y fue una pasada. Por eso te digo que no es solo una carrera, es todo lo vivido antes, durante y ahora me estoy dando cuenta que también es muy importante el posterior. Estos últimos 3 semanas mirar atrás y decir, ¡buah! Todo lo vivido. Pero que lo mejor es que no lo viví solo. Entonces me quedo con eso. Que es una triatlón, es un deporte individual, pero que es lo más parecido a un deporte en equipo que he experienciado realmente nunca. Porque sin mí, bueno, obviamente sin mí, pero sin todos los de al lado y no solo los que fueron support crew, sino también los que me fueron a ver, que montaron un chiringo de la hostia, renunciaron a millones de cosas por demostrar que yo les importaba realmente, que llegaron a pasárselo bien. Luego la organización, que son todos voluntarios, que lo hacen por amor al arte, y como no, todos los otros participantes que de nuevo competíamos el uno contra el otro, pero realmente ahí no había competición. Cada uno competía con sí mismo y lo que hacías era compartirlo con los que tenías alrededor. Entonces eso es lo que me llevo por encima de cualquier actividad, logro personal, que eso al final es lo de menos. Te ponen una medalla, pero todo realmente te lo llevas adentro. Así que nada, muy agradecido. No tengo nada más que decir.
And I think that is the sentiment that most people are feeling today after being on the course with one another for the past 3 days and bonding with their crews and the other crews and athletes that are out in the field. So, Banat, just so you know, we have come back live to your camera at this point. You can see the people are starting to get seated. And shortly they'll be having the parade of athletes. Tegan, nice to have you back again. You've been with us all weekend. Once again, if people are just joining us, this is not meant to be a produced event, this live stream. It is just a drop into the awards banquet. So we are going to be basically just giving you views of what's going on and letting you eavesdrop in on what is happening. There will not be a lot of production to this particular live stream. Banat, do you have a word on when we might be starting that parade of athletes?
It should be soon. All the crews are already staffed, but still the athletes are outside
Okay.
and they'll need to pick flags. So in about 5 minutes or so, team is actually letting them know that we should start soon.
Oh, the McCaskill's parents have gone off to the airport. All right, I am going to go mute. I'm going to go mute here, and we're going to take the sound back from the room. Thank you, Banat. Thank you, Jason.
We get the line up and with sides in. You've done it before, this is pretty cool. To be honest, it's 12 and 5 at the front of the line. Timmy with the Aussie flag. First team is behind Timmy. All right, and then you are representing a nation that is not Australia. Wait. It's only one, obviously, one person. So a representative of each country. Please know that flag. So we've got Indian, I know, South Africa, Brazil, Jambo. Aaron. South Africa.
Testing.
Here again, some of you might know us on crew.
All right, good morning. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what is the awards banquet for Ultraman Australia 2025. It was our 10th edition, and holy moly, what a 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 years, however long it's taken for the athletes to prepare. And you guys have been utterly amazing over what was a treacherous 3 days. I think I said on Friday at the preview briefing that we would have sunny weather. I had looked at it, and I was right. Perfect weather today. I was just 72 hours too late. So for that, I don't apologise, because I was out there with you in the, well, it wasn't misery. It was awesome. we are about to announce and call in our athletes with a parade of nations. So what I want to do, we're going to play some music, and we made a hell of a lot of noise at the finish line last night. I want to literally blow the roof off this joint. All right. So when the athletes come in, hoot, holler, clap hands, stamp feet, whistle, do whatever you got to do. Ladies and gentlemen, it was 515 kilometres over enormously treacherous 3 days in the beautiful Sunshine Coast. But let's welcome them in, ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Ultraman Australia athlete, led by the leader and the winner, Tim Belstead, and the female champion, Kirsty Sheehan. Ladies and gentlemen, your Ultraman Australia class of 2025. All right, it was fun watching them walk upstairs. Now we're going to ask them to walk downstairs. Okay. We'll just watch our athletes hobble to their seats and then we'll get started. I'll get the boring stuff out of the way and then we will get into the formalities and the fun stuff. All right, wowee. I asked you to lift the roof off the joint and mission accomplished. Welcome again for those here for the first time. I'm 27 of you and 14 returning athletes, 41 amazing souls that gave their all over the last 3 days. Some of you got the results you hoped for. Others may have missed the mark this time, but that is the beauty and what makes Ultraman Racing what it is, and we love it because of that fact. Right, we're going to get through some housekeeping. Bathrooms, you go out the back doors, around to the left, through the restaurant, and the bathrooms are over there. Smoking, you're an idiot. Um, um, if there is an emergency, please follow all directions. But as you can see, the lights above the doors for emergency exit, please, and then follow directions from staff. Wow, I was figuring out what I was going to say up here on stage about 7 minutes ago, and I came across a quote that I'd read not long ago. It was an opinion piece actually in the Courier Mail, so it holds absolutely no gravitas. But I felt it was really apt for today, and it said, "What chance do you have in life when your automatic reaction to the slightest adversity is to quit?" Over the last 3 days, I saw the complete opposite of that. Everything that could have gone wrong with the inclement weather went wrong. There were guys that battled and kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And at every time out on course that I saw, not only the athletes, but the crews, it was a smile. Not one whinge about the weather, not one comment about the road surface. Well, not to me anyway. But that's what it's about. It's the resilience, it's grit, it's the not giving up, it's the overcoming adversity. And that was on show in spades. And that's why I love being here year in, year out and getting to meet you fine folk. And not only the athletes on course, but also your crew and your families that give up so much for you guys to be here. So on behalf of the athletes, let's make some noise for your support crews right now. For those of you that have been here before, today is day 4, right? Arguably as long as day 1, 2, and 3. We've tried to mitigate the risk of people talking too long. John DeMandel. So Jason now has a timer. That timer will buzz at 2 minutes. If you're still talking, that doesn't count for me. You'll be pushed off the stage. No, we want you to come up. We want you to thank. We want to hear your journey, but we're also conscious of time and getting you guys out. We've got some people that need to leave very quickly. So on that, I'm going to vacate the podium ever so briefly, and I'm going to ask that we hear from our founder and all-round good guy, Mr. Tony Horton.
Okay, well, welcome and congratulations. I really didn't think I'd be standing here 10 years later from the very first one, and probably a little bit of history there. You can see the incredible team that we have now. You'll see the infrastructure that we have now. In fact, I think the container's already back in Harvey Bay, so well done, team. This race started as a dream for me. I've had a very, very lucky life. Got to see many, many things around the world, but this thing is super special for me. And it was introduced to me by Steve Brown, race director of Canada, Ultraman, and met Steve King, And obviously, Nick Mallett broke in my room one day and left a bunch of Ultraman stuff hanging on the wall when I was doing Ironman in Canada. So, extremely humbled to be able to bring this to Australia. And I can tell you it was definitely a battle to get it to where it is today. But look at what we've achieved, and that's to do with the team, and we'll talk about those guys later. Yeah, this is super special to be able to be here 10 years later. This started in the back of a Prado with a couple of cardboard boxes, and Brian Debnam, Dale Jordan, and probably 2 or 3 others, really. We had the help of the local police. But to get that first race off the ground, and you've got people here that did the first race and are now back here as the dream team. So it's come a long way since that first trip up from the Gold Coast to put this thing on from the back of a car. So I want to just thank everyone for their support and how special this is for me. Please. I got to do 2 Ultraman Canada, got to do Ultraman Hawaii, and on that journey for me, it was understanding what they did really well and what we could improve. And that was the whole plan, to create a legacy that people would talk about, Australia, that ultra distance race in NOOSA. And I've had some very complimentary comments from various crews, athletes, so thank you. I got a message yesterday from a guy that's done almost all of the Ironman. I think he's done all the Ironman, and he's been here several times. And an extraordinary event by an ordinary guy is what he said to me. So again, I'm humbled. Our job is to make sure that you have the best event that we can possibly put on, and keep that legacy happening. So I'm driving up here on Wednesday, I think it was, and it was like, okay, this is going to be fun when I'm 72 in 10 years' time. So I'm looking forward to that. What else can I say? Yeah, I think the weather gods, I'm not sure. I think it was someone said that it's because of me it's raining, so please don't come back next year. I've got to thank Larry. We are on live podcast, I believe. So just keep your swearing to a minimum. It's going to go around the world. But yeah, for me, creating that ultra tribe was really special. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that as the day goes on. So we'll get organized. We talked about, there's no I in Ultraman, but there is in Ironman. But Ultraman is about a team. It's about that spirit to core. It's about looking after your mates. We have the Mateship Award, and we have the Ultramate Award coming up, and the Be Phenomenal Award after lunch. But this just doesn't happen without the team. And the leader of that team is obviously Jeff. And we're going to celebrate the Dream Team success this year as well. So without further ado, I'd like to just bring Jeff up and thank him personally. This doesn't happen without Jeff. I mean, he's the workhorse here.
Yeah, my bit's going to be short because I'm buckled and I'll start crying, and no one needs that after last year's effort. You've all pretty much talked to me. I love every competitor, crew, dream team that comes along with this. It is super special, and it's special because of everyone that's in front of me and everyone that's come before us. And it is a legacy, and it's a bloody amazing one. So thank you to everyone in this room, the people watching through Larry's live, which is taking us to the world. Have you told that to Kim yet, John? That went live to the world? Yeah. So there's a million things. We're going to hear about them from you guys firsthand, and that's the best thing. But the thing that we just need to do to kick this off, because it's about you guys, but just for a few minutes, it's going to be about the Dream Team. So I want everyone from the Dream Team to come up on stage and let everyone in the room thank you for everything you've done in the past 5-6 days, for a lot of you for the past 12 months helping me bring this together. So Dream Team, let's get up here and let everyone say thank you to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Dream Team. We couldn't do it without them.
So that's as a group. Last year I started a tradition, and again, this is about you guys, but the Dream Team is special. Last year we started an award, which we call the Hutto. Hutto's an absolute weapon. Lives, breathes this race. So I created an award about someone that went even above and beyond Dream Team within that race year. So and has left a legacy and added to this event because it is what makes it part of what makes it special. So Hutto got the inaugural Hutto, kind of makes sense. But he's here to hand out that award to someone on the Dream Team that has contributed to this event to maintain and grow that legacy. So I'll leave you with Hutto.
I was actually going to award this to myself again this year. On day 2, someone got bogged out in Boreen Point. Absolutely no cell service.
It was you, mate. You did it yourself.
So that kind of eliminated me from being able to win the award. I did bog the car myself. Look, I feel like I won this award last year due to the longevity and just being here year after year. The person that's won this today has been directly involved in every race. She's done as much for me as anyone else in the last 10 years to get me through. She's crewed 4 times. She's volunteered the last 8 years at Ultraman in Australia. Behind the scenes this year, she's been working endlessly between around 4 a.m. and 10 p.m. You guys just don't know how much work goes into this race. And she's resolved countless problems that we've come up with. There's no way this race runs as smoothly as it does without her. Not only does she miss her own Mother's Day with her daughter, Isla, she misses Mother's Day with her mum too. So as it turns out, they're actually both here. So hopefully this makes up a little bit for those last few years when she has missed Mother's Day. It's my absolute pleasure to award the Shay Hamilton with the 2025 Hutto Award.
Thank you. This is very unexpected and very kind. And I like to stay a little bit behind the scenes up here. So, but thank you very much. It's a privilege to be here with you guys. And I absolutely love coming up here year after year. And you like coming too, don't you, Boss? And I especially love meeting you all and checking you all in. I think sort of day one, everyone kind of comes up and it's like, you know, deer in a headlight. What have I got myself into? What does this mean? What's this going to look like? And then as you get into the race and, you know, I see the crews come back and everyone's just having a great time and, you know, achieving something that seems so impossible. So congratulations to everyone and thank you so much for this. It means a lot. Thanks, guys.
All right. The Dream Team, and the dream team of the dream team. Shay, amazing, mate, over the last 10 years. It's been awesome working with you all. Righto, now we're going to put some meat on these bones. We're going to start hearing from our athletes. There were 41 athletes that started the race. This year, we had 7 that did not finish the event and 3 that finished the event, but unfortunately missed the cutoff times. They considered participants. We still welcome them to the Ultraman family, and we still want to hear from them because we believe everyone has a wonderful story as to how and why they got here, and then more importantly, people that they want to thank. So we're going to start in reverse order of the race and work our way through, and then hear from Tim Belstead, our 2025 champion, last. So no pressure, Timmy, to leave us all inspired for 2026. If you do see your photo, which you do here, well, one of you does right now, if you see it, as soon as your face comes on that screen, can you please start making your way up to stage? We understand that public speaking is not for everyone, and that's what makes it more fun. So I'll ask our first athlete, and this bloke had a unbelievable weekend, tough to out in the swim, unfortunately withdrew from the swim, didn't feel like continuing on day one, but then as a show of the grit and resilience and the I'm not going to quit this damn thing mentality that we all have, turned up and completed day 2 and day 3, we ask Rajpaul Chaudaroy to the stand.
Thank you. Hello everyone. My English is weak, so I am sorry if I say something wrong. The first time I did the Ironman 70.3, I decided that I want to do full Ironman. And then when I did full Ironman, I decided that I went to do Ultraman. But unfortunately, I could not do it. But I will definitely do it next time. The first day was a The first day was not good for me. I was vomiting repeatedly while swimming, so I decided to quit swimming after 5K. But I finished the second and third day very strongly, and I feel good after doing this. My coach Pankaj sir supporting me a lot in the entire event, and I am proud of him being my coach. I thank him a lot. I am very grateful to my crew Anthony of this event. The way he supported me for 3 days was amazing. He took very good care of me. I thank him from the bottom of my heart for that. And I want to thank my family and friend who always support me in my good and bad days. And I also thank Team Ultraman for organize the event so well. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we get it done. Okay, our next athlete, athlete number 40, unfortunately missed the cutoff in the swim, coming out in a time of 6 hours and 46 seconds. After some motivating words from the dream team, got on the bike, but decided that today wasn't his day and decided to withdraw from the race. But we call him to the stand, Vishnu Prasad.
Hello everyone. My name is Vishnu. I live in Adelaide, so I've been training for this for a while, and I've done 2 Ironman so far. And I believe I'm not sure whether you're familiar with Adelaide. Yeah, it's heaps of shark attacks, so it's very hard to. I mean, so it's totally scary. So I fortunately I practiced only on my pool, and I was not aware of swimming against the waves. So it was tricky for me this time, and was actually in my calculation it was only 5 hours. I trained accordingly, but it was brutal. Swimming was really tough for me, and no, I mean it took me almost like an hour for the 1K swim on the other side against the wave. And since I arrived in Australia, everything was falling apart since I arrived in NOOSA. My bike got damaged while transporting. One of my derailleur hanger was broken, so I had to fix it. My carbon frame was a little bit broken, and one of my crew member chickened out last minute. It was unfortunate, and he was supposed to be my paddler. So we actually organized a practice swim and everything, but it was a scam. Yeah, I'll post that thing. He is a scam. He never trusts this guy. So yeah, and I'm glad I met Josh, my other crew member. He really helped me out, and he found a kayak last minute. And amazing dream team. They helped me to find another paddler before 20 minutes before my race, and it was I couldn't sleep last night, day before the race. It was so hard. I didn't sleep at all. I was thinking about, okay, whether I'll be able to get another crew member or not. So it was hard time, and yeah, but I've got unfinished business here, and this is really an experience for me. And here, you're all my family here. I'll definitely coming back here next year. And so thank you all.
Vish can write the book on what not to do. Okay, we now have our next athlete 371. Completed day one in a time of 11 hours 54, but unfortunately did not make it to the end of day two on the bike. Chose safely and probably smartly to pull himself off the course for health and safety reasons. But we ask Mahesh Kumar Prajapati to the stage, please.
First of all, thank you very much to entire dream team, organizers, volunteers, and especially the physiotherapist. They, Mm, I am representing India, where we have very limited guidance and resources for this particular triathlon and endurance sports. But even then, I am feeling proud that we are the second largest number of participants here. I started my first day very well. I did swim, I did cycling as well. Even on second day, I was feeling good, going good. But unfortunately, at the mark of 210 kilometers downhill, I had a crash, and I couldn't. I was not able to go ahead, and my crew Jennifer suggested me to leave. So I left the course, and I am extremely feeling sorry for Jennifer and Ron that I could not finish the course. I'm extremely sorry because I'm feeling that I got a best crew member, best crew team, experienced crew team, Jennifer and Ron. I am sorry for my children also who throughout on the course who supported and cheers me a lot. But due to injury, I could not finish the course. But I am really very much thankful to God who gives me a courage to stand on the start line with the world's best 41 triathlete. That's my pride. I did enough practice. I was not in a doubt to complete it or not. My coach Pankaj guided me well. I did enough practice before the big Ultraman event. I have completed my 8 full distance Ironman. So this time uh, I could not complete it, but definitely in future I will join with you and finish like that guy who finished 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. But I pray God that I could finish for once. Thank you, all of you.
One thing you don't have to be after this weekend, Mahesh, is sorry. Sorry for anything, mate. It takes huge courage to step on that start line, huge courage to travel internationally, and then to race and put your hands in people's care. And that's why we love our volunteer support crew as well, who met Mahesh on Friday and got the job done all weekend. Nothing to be sorry about, mate. Congratulations for having the courage, as you say, to take that start line. Okay, our next athlete, I have not seen him this morning, but it is Christo Jacobi. Unfortunately for Christo, another one of those stories where he completed day one in the time of 11 hours and 20 minutes. And then on day two, got 4 flat tyres. Unfortunately, couldn't fix them in time, couldn't get more spares or more kit, and made the decision to step off course as he was not going to make the cut-off time. It was impossible for him to keep moving forward. But I don't believe that Christo is here, nor any of his support crew. So we wish him well, and we will catch up with him, and no doubt we will see him moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, that's what we will do. And we'll ask our next athlete and guide to come up. And what a weekend these guys had. I don't think I really need to say much about this, but Johnny Demandel, they've completed day one after coming off their bike in the afternoon in a time of 10 hours, 45 minutes, and then thought, hey, one crash ain't enough. Let's go again. So that's what they did. And unfortunately for them, this one was quite serious. We thank every crew of other teams that came to his aid, and our medic who jumped on extraordinarily quickly. We got him looked after, and we got them to the finish line yesterday afternoon as they cheered other athletes in. And Johnny got down on one knee and proposed to his longtime partner, Kim. Don't know if she said yes there. And she said yes. So we welcome Johnny Demandel.
Where's the microphone? Where's my microphone? How you going, everyone? I've got to be quick. Kim's already elbowed me and said, don't be too long. Thank you, Tim, for all those lovely words. So you've filled in a lot of the gaps. The Dream Team, thank you so much. Like, we've been part of the family for, 10 years now. I could say a lot about the Dream Team. I could go on for 3 hours, but I've only got 3 minutes. And I've got to talk... 2 minutes. That's right. I'm trying to rush. And I've got to talk about someone more important than the Dream Team. That's myself. Now, again, we've got 2 minutes. Please bear with me. Can everyone, all the athletes, close their eyes? All the crews, close their eyes. Next couple of hours, you're going to hear about all the best crews in the world. Now imagine getting up on Saturday morning with your eyes closed, fumbling around, getting ready to get on the bike, getting in the water with your eyes closed.
Imagine doing the whole swim with your eyes closed, getting out of the water with your eyes closed, getting on the bike with your eyes closed, and then riding out the Gympie, coming back, going down a hill, and a voice says to you, hang on, we're going off. And then something happens. You both have the handlebars. All right, the rest of the weekend was pretty much like that too. But as an athlete, could you imagine doing that? Now, as a crew, how would you manage that situation where your athlete couldn't see? I'm not here talking about me. I'm an equal with every other athlete out here. My crew is extraordinary, is exceptional. Imagine managing your athlete that couldn't see, for 3 days. We planned for 3 days, but unfortunately it didn't. It's a bit heartbreaking, but we didn't do it. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, open your eyes. Sorry. It's a bit hard to try and think of what's going on around you. But it is. My crew was exceptional. I'd like to touch base with every one of them. Kim, my new wife. I get 4 minutes. Yeah, thank you so much. The whole crew for being there. They all know their name. I've only got 2 minutes. So I don't want to take up too much time. But it was just wonderful sharing the course with the athletes and the crew, the camaraderie. This is not Ultraman. Dan's face is not Ultraman. You are Ultraman. You are what makes Ultraman so special. Your friends, the camaraderie, the taps on the back, the text, the "Are you okay?" What happened out there at 9:30 on Sunday morning was next level. It was incredible. But to have everyone rally around us and support us and get us up, get us into an ambulance, and then 6 hours later, Dan and I walked out of hospital and we crossed the finish line with a few people cheering us on and giving us a clap. It was a ceremonial thing. But thank you so much for being a part of Ultraman, being a part of my Ultraman dream, and being part of this event. Thank you. Can Dan say something?
Yeah. I just want to say a massive thank you to John for the honour to be your pilot.
I'm the crybaby.
Thank you to our crew. Thank you to KTC and Team Burn. Thank you to everyone for the support and the love out on the course. Thank you to the Dream Team. Erica, you're amazing. Yeah, everyone here that gave us the support over the weekend. Just amazing.
It's Ultraman.
Thank you.
Dan's coming back in 2027.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll ask our next athlete to come up. That is athlete number 378, Sadnand Amrapur. He swam a 4:46 on day one, then rode a 6:37. He had day one total of 11 hours, 23 minutes. He went out on day two and unfortunately missed the cutoff, but kept going, got to the end in time of 12 hours, 32 minutes. He decided that enough was enough and to not toe the start line on Monday for the run. But amazingly, he was out on the run, pace running for another athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the stage Sadnand Amrapur.
Hello everyone. Doing Ironman, Ultraman is very easy. Speaking in front of you all very difficult for me. This is my first time in Australia. Thank you everyone for making me feel home. I couldn't make it this time, but definitely I have beautiful memories to take home. First day I went very well. Thanks to my peddler Diana for that. Second day, I had a problem with my bike. Jenny madam gave her bike to me, kind enough to lend her bike to me, and she was my savior. I would uh, I would like to thank to my crew, Anna Evans, who was literally a bossy mother to me, and and she took all the care of everything, like she's second mother to me. And even my wife, she supported all the way during my training, and even my for my nutrition, hydration, everything everything she took care. She didn't even sleep all the 3 days. She make food. uh, she wake up at 2 o'clock and prepared food for me, and I couldn't finish this race within that. I'm not able to talk. Thank you, Your Honor.
Let's get a photo.
But next time I'll come. Definitely, I will get the this medal. Definitely.
Okay, I've been running a book on unders or overs for how many criers we were going to have. I had 19 and a half. I'm in big trouble. All right, we'll ask our next athlete. And these are some of the stories that are really difficult to hear when athletes are getting so close to the finish. But our next athlete, athlete number 403, is a first timer, 53 years young, swam 3 hours, 14 minutes, and then rode a 5:02. He had a day one total of 8 hours, 16 minutes. He then completed day two bike course in 10 hours, 43 minutes. He started day three on the run and got to roughly the 60-kilometre mark when unfortunately his health deteriorated and he chose to step off the course. So we ask athlete number 403, Marcus Smith, to come to the stage. Seems that Marcus isn't here, so we'll move on. We'll know she's here because you'll hear a crew. All right, this is I love this story, to be honest. 3 hours 41 on the bike. In the swim. 7 hours 28. She finished day one in 11 hours 10 minutes, and then pushed as hard as she could. I mean, I gave her a pep talk. Obviously, didn't work well enough at the start line, so I apologise for that, Leanne. I finished, but kept pushing. Finished day two in 12 hours 45 minutes. And then, if you were down at the beach late yesterday afternoon into early evening, after the 12-hour cutoff, Leanne kept pushing, and we had her come across the finish line. She is a participant of the event, and we welcome her to the stage, athlete 385, Leanne Coghill.
Hi, everyone. Strap yourselves in. Okay. So, firstly, I'm raising money for Smiling for Smitty charity. It's all about cancer research. When I walked in the door, I was at $5,200 of my $10,000 target, but someone dropped a fat wad of cash in my bag, and now I'm at $6,200. So, you know who you are. So, if you can donate, I want to get $10,000 so I don't want to do this shit in Crocs and tutu at NOOSA. Okay, secondly, thank you all for being so welcoming to me. It was lovely when people said, "Oh, Leanne, you're the one from Facebook." And even better, that no one said, "You're the one from OnlyFans." Don't worry, I won't be posting any foot pics anytime soon. So, I have a kind of famous husband. You might know him from keeping the tempo for those backyard anthems such as "Baby, I Got You on My Mind," "My Happiness," and "These Days." So I've met plenty of celebrities in my time, but when I am around amazing athletes and people whose achievements I really admire, I get all fangirl awkward. So when I saw Timmy Franklin was the MC, I got a little bit nervous. At the breakfast, I said to my daughters, "Look, there's Timmy, the one that we watched run around the world just about every day for 2 years." And my eldest daughter said, "Oh, Mummy, he looks like an actor." All I could think all I could think of was, look at the size of his hands and his hokers. And his hokers. Sorry, I'm going to go over. Too bad, so sad. At the start of the day 2, when I was crying down the back of the line, Timmy gave me a great pep talk. But I know inside he was thinking, "Oh, geez, would you stop crying already? I ran around the world FFS." Meanwhile, I was thinking, this is going to be the hardest day of my life. But oh, I wish I could get a selfie with Timmy Franklin right now. So thanks for inspiring us, Timmy. Lefts and rights, Piao Piao got me around the Kona course in 2023. If Timmy is out the back of East Jesus nowhere getting bitten by a dog, I can run a marathon surely. So thanks. I'd like now to talk about women. Why are there only 5 of us here? I guess the answer is complicated. I would like to mention here Iron Man going back to the old ways and taking a big fat crap on women's opportunity. Thanks, if you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. Since doing my first long distance try in 2001, women's participation has gone up, but it is nowhere near equal. Let me share 2 defining moments with you. One is something I saw, and one is something I heard. I'm here because my high school boyfriend showed me a VHS recording of 9 Wide World of Sports, highlighting Ironman World Champs 1993, showing about 55 minutes of the men's race, then a token 5 minutes of Paula Newby Fraser and Aaron Baker finishing. In those few moments of coverage, I was absolutely gobsmacked and in awe of those women. I could never do that. Luckily, no one ever told me I couldn't. Little did I know at the time the power of that vision and the journey that seeing it would take me on. And the one about what I heard. On my way to Olympic Distance World Champs 2205, I was transiting through Dallas, Australian team tracksuit on, Kit Kat in my hand. At the counter, an American man, a complete stranger, says, "You shouldn't eat that. That will go straight to your hips." 28-year-old me awkwardly said, "Hee." But 48-year-old me would have said, or perhaps I would have put the Kit Kat down and said this. But imagine what a 13-year-old me would have said, or how one comment would have affected the way I perceive myself or what I do in the future. Imagine the power of encouraging, nurturing, challenging, and empowering comments made to young girls and women's. Words matter, and so do actions. Can I keep going? Am I really bad? Okay. One more. Ultraman, Iron Man, Ultra Woman. Bruh, how would you all feel if you just finished the Ultra Woman? Sounds like a huge tampon, right? They say it's a brand, but not long ago, can you remember these brands? Cheer Cheese, Allen's Rippers and Cheekies. Those little cigarette things. Anyway, I just mentioned my crew. I know I've gone way over time. And this is an awesome speech, but all my crew, he got me there. I was dead, and I came back to life. So Renee, my redhead Rapunzel, she came in and was my brain. when I was so sick last week and did it all. So it's her birthday tomorrow. So can we just do a hip hip hooray for Renee? Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. And this is the last thing I'd like to say is I toughed it out to the finish, but I really underestimated what it would take to get through this. I didn't give the event the respect it deserves. I didn't prepare enough. I thought I could do it all. 3 kids, husband, part-time work, new puppy, blah, blah, blah. So massive respect to each of my fellow competitors. If it didn't go to plan, just remember the journey, who you are now compared to who you were on Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Maybe you've been inspired this weekend, and I'd like to leave you with a super corny quote, but it gets in. It's impossible, said pride. It's risky, said experience. It's pointless, said reason. Give it a try, whispered the heart. Sorry.
Considering you spent 2 minutes talking about how great I am, nothing to apologise for. And I do have big hands. And you know what they say? One thing that I'd love to comment on Leanne, and she made some great points, and we love her for it. And you'll notice up on stage and on the screen, we're branded not necessarily Ultraman. Ultraman's historical. We are Australia. We are an ultra tribe, and we are an ultra family. And a great stat that we love and we promote and we love having our female athletes come and attend is that we have the highest percentage of female athletes ever completed, started, and finished Ultraman of any or I should say event around the globe. So we're really proud of our female participants, and we love them dearly, and we cherish them, and we want more of you. We're going to get to the next gentleman. Wowee. What a Monday he had. What a Sunday he had. And what a Saturday he had. Athlete number 383, first timer as an athlete. He was on our dream team last year. He swam 3:26.07. He rode in 6:59. He finished day 1 in 10 hours 26. And then unfortunately on day 2, he missed the cutoff. And he said, you know what? I'm going to wake up on Monday, I'm going to toe the start line, and I'm going to do my absolute best. And that's exactly what he did. And after 14 and a half hours out on course, he completed the course, which means that Ben Yates is a participant of the 2025 Australia, and we welcome him to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Yates.
Keep it quick. I'd like to thank my coach, Bernard McClement, carrot and stick, awesome bloke. Peter, who stepped up as paddler at the very last minute to get me through that part of the leg, the swim. Mika, who part of the dream team and stepped up, bike fixes, pacing. And of course my crew, Kelsey Langdon and Talia Stockley. They didn't know anything about the event, but they were so super organised, and they just got me through in so many ways. Yeah, basically, I got a lot of injuries and all that other sort of stuff, but it doesn't matter. And the thing is that I've sort of come away with a bit of a chronic injury. I think it's sort of it's there, and maybe a few broken ribs. It's sort of like my heart is just bursting out of my chest with just an enormous amount of gratitude and gratefulness to be part of this community and this event, the people, the dream team that just holds this together, this wonderful event. No, it's not, and yeah, that's right. It's not because we do, and we're doers. We're not stopping to think. We're not pausing. We're going on and on and on, and always conquer, and always supportive. It's just unity and mateship, unity and mateship. It's just on and on. You see it everywhere. You feel it everywhere. You know, we're doers, and from my heart to your heart, the light in me sees and acknowledges the light in you, and together we are one. So from my heart to your heart, namaste.
And I'm not sure, in fact, I know that he didn't mention it, but Ben went to the edge and then beyond it, and had a really nice hotel room in the emergency department of the NOOSA hospital last night. But he's come here this morning. He was ably looked after by Mika, one of our support dream team, but forgot his shoes. All right, so that's another one of our participants, those that complete the course, but unfortunately don't make the cutoff time. Now, on the microphone over the weekend, I've explained that sometimes the cutoff times can be quite brutal. And in the history of this race, there's been very few occasions where, unfortunately, they've been this brutal. Steve, a returning athlete, race number 340, he swam a 3:43. He rode 5:40 on day one. He completed day one in 9 hours 23. He then gutsed out the horrendous conditions of day two in 10 hours 36 minutes and completed day three in a time of 12 hours and 8 seconds. But powered to the end in probably one of the fastest kilometres he's ever run in his life along the beach. We welcome him to the stage, Mr. Steve York.
Oh, kia ora koutou. That's warm Māori greeting from New Zealand. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge Zatisha for her warm welcome to the country, and also acknowledge the Gubbi Gubbi mob for allowing us to play in their playground. You know, we got to swim, we got to cycle, and we got to run through this area. Tony, I'd like to acknowledge you. Great foresight. This is one of the best events I've ever participated in. My first Ironman was back in '92, and this is a fantastic self-supported event. Jeff and the Dream Team, thanks for your organisation. You've allowed this organisation, or the Ultraman Australia, to survive for those 10 years, and as you can see, you're gaining new participants every year. Also like to acknowledge the medics for looking after us after each arduous day. And same to you, Gail, and your team. We'd like to acknowledge your team for, allowing us to recover after each day as well. Also the TOs. I'd also like to acknowledge each of the crew and participants for sharing the love. I felt it, and I'm sure everyone else felt the love during each day. Certainly, I got a lot of support from many crew. You probably didn't see me. Before I carry on, I'd like to also acknowledge my crew, Donna, who actually immigrated here not so long ago, for helping Simone and the boys look after me, and Simone, I acknowledge that you're the laundry extraordinaire. Is that all good? Okay. But one more minute. Okay. You probably didn't see my why video, and the reason why is I bought them. Manaki and Tawhiri, can you stand up? There's my why there, my two boys. Tawhiri is 15 and Manaki is 12. And if you're on the run on the last day, you would have seen both of them as my paces. Manaki, the 12-year-old, pumped out 25 Ks and Tawhiri at 15, he pumped out 17 between letting go of his phone and social media. And but yeah. And that's why I do these types of events, because kids these days need role models and heroes. And I got to share some great experiences with them and opportunities. But finally, when I look around the room, I've got my own heroes and role models. And Simon, you're one of my role models and heroes. Tim, your role model and hero. Hutto, I think you're one of the OGs. You're one of my heroes and models. But everyone who participated in the event, irrespective of you finishing or not, you're also my hero, because you had the fortitude or the mindset to actually step up and do it. So thanks, everybody.
Okay. What a gentleman this guy is. And you probably know me. So, yeah, you probably recognize I don't mind a good challenge. And 2 years ago now, this guy was here, toughed it out again. First thing he did at the end, came up and said, "This is freaking awesome. We need this in New Zealand." Did I have the accent? Okay. So that's what we're planning. Jeff's. I listened. Jeff's going to expand on that, but we're working on a little project to get into NZ sooner than later. But we do need support from athletes, and we'll put it on for you with the Dream Team. So a bit of exciting news.
So yeah, 2 years ago we were at El Capitan having a pizza after packing up on the Monday night, and we've been keeping an eye on. Yeah, came across the line in 14 hours, which was tough. And then this year, 8 seconds. Yeah, I don't know who was still there, but I had to go and compose myself in the medical room for a bit before I went out there. But we got a stack of people that come and race from New Zealand, but Steve was absolutely epitomises what this is about. And 2 years ago when he said that, kind of set the wheels in motion. And yeah, been working hard behind the scenes. We're 98% there, but we're looking at December next year. We're going to go to Wanaka, and it's going to be in New Zealand. So in probably another week or so, the final piece is going in, but New Zealand's coming your way.
Well, on that exciting news, we're going to let you digest that while we have some lunch. We're going to break for lunch. We've heard from our athletes that did not quite make the finish line, and then we've heard from our participants that completed the course outside of our cut-off times. After lunch, we'll hear from our finishing athletes that made the course in the cut-off time, which will be awesome. Guys, save for Leanne, you've done really well. So we'll stop for lunch. We're going to just move you out a couple of tables at a time, and then lunch is served in that room right there. All right, and we've got some able assistants to help us in this process. So we'll have a break, chat amongst yourselves, debrief, tell war stories. That's what this is all about. Most importantly, let's start celebrating, hey? This is a party.
Okay, so once again, as they go to lunch, we're going to keep the live stream going, and I'm going to come back in when they get into their rest of their awards. Just to keep the live stream running, I am going to play some of the previous highlight videos from the races that have happened from 2016 to 2024. So there will be some what we call memory videos being played while they're doing this portion. Come back and join us once the awards continue.
Welcome to our 2024 Australia athletes, crew and general supporters. We're looking forward to a great few days of racing here in NOOSA, bring some more members into our Ultra Tribe, sharing that team spirit and just having an awesome time here in NOOSA. So let's go, let's make the magic happen, and on Monday afternoon we'll all see you on the beach here at NOOSA.
There's no excuse for drafting anywhere.
with Claire Ferguson from Townsville has done it.